All right, we're going to be, in this video, we're going to be making a Google Chrome extension with you all in this video, but we're going to do it utilizing an AI agent. Now, as far as the Google Chrome extension workshop, I did put a post here in the community, and I'll make sure to link it here, but it does have some very important dates and examples of what we're kind of looking for with this. And with that being said, is we want you to be able to build something that could be used with the school community. And so that's why we put on here, it has to have a school-related theme to include a pop-up user interface. And you want to be able to save or display some data utilizing some JavaScript. And so we want you to do this because we don't want you to create some sort of elaborate API system where you're trying to create some sort of log in and log out. So that way it takes that complexity away and you're able to just create something that's super, super simple. And we wanted to give you as much freedom as possible when coming up with something for school, something that might not be available already through school, which is what to me makes this really, really super cool. And I even use some school-related extensions myself, especially when I'm recording videos and things of that nature, because sometimes I want to blur out some stuff. And so there's somebody out there created a school extension that can blur the people's photos, it blurs the people's names, and so it's a really neat extension that probably doesn't take a lot of work nowadays, especially with artificial intelligence to help you out. So you really don't need to know a whole lot of stuff in order to create a really basic, simple Chrome extension. And in the classroom, if you go to the classroom and you take a look at this one right here, this is the Google Extension Hub. I would say for what you are trying to, if you're trying to learn about Google Chrome extensions, if we click on this and go in here, it talks a little bit about this workshop. We have it's almost like a hello world of going through really basic Chrome extensions. So when we go through this workshop today, we don't assume that you went through any of this stuff, because when you have the AI agent go through and try to build this stuff for you, it makes it really simple, and you can go ahead and tweak it with everything. But this goes from the basics of like a hello world, creates you a little pop-up. It goes over the anatomy of a Chrome extension. And I do have videos in each one of these that kind of explain what's going on and why this is important. The next one that I created here is, hey, we're going to try to create a Chrome extension from scratch, and going through the files that you need. And then we come at it from the point of view of, hey, this is how the Chrome extension is going to look. We're going to style it, and then we're going to add some logic behind it. And so we really walk through the code line by line and this one. And so, the reason for this workshop, like I said, it is recorded. We're going to be going through what it would be like this time by utilizing an AI agent to show you how easy is it of going through it. So anyways, that's going to be the goal of this video or this workshop that we're here live for. Okay. All right. So my cup of tea for programming is I do utilize Visual Studio Code. And again, you can create this with AI with going to ChatGPT and copy and pasting from there. But like I said, I'm going to show you the prompt that we can use. I'll make sure to share that where this video is posted, and that way you can try out the prompt as well. One of the drawbacks a little bit with utilizing an agent, and you're trying to teach this with a group of people, is everybody's agent might not give you the exact same results. And so that's why it might be best to just kind of watch it and then take that prompt that I gave you and see if you can go ahead and create your very own with this. And so With Visual Studio Code, I'm going to set up our agent with a little bit of try to set it up for success. I don't want it to fail on me. And I'm just going to go ahead and create a new folder. And I'm just going to call this Skool Link Helper. And inside this folder, whenever we're talking about Google Chrome, there's typically, you can get by with as minimum as 3 files in order to have in your Chrome extension. And the very first one that we need in here is the manifest. And I'm going to go ahead and create this inside the folder here. I'm just going to hit that little new file button, and I'm just going to type in the manifest JSON. And that's really all I'm going to create. Okay. And I'm going to let the AI agent do the rest and create it. Now, as far as the prompt goes, and as I mentioned earlier, you can totally use ChatGPT, you can use Google Gemini, right? And you can paste in this prompt in, but with AI agent, you're going to be able to have it all just do the code for you right here. So there's no copy and pasting going back and forth. I believe as far as costs go, I believe Copilot is free, but it might be limited. I pay $10 a month. That's the cheapest version that they have, and it works perfectly fine for me as far as what I'm going to do. So with that being said, over here's my agent, and I'm going to make sure that I am in agent mode. And this is where I selected the file manifest, so that way it has it as context. It knows about it. And then it says, describe what you want to build next. And so I do have in my notes a pre-prompt that I've already typed in. And so I'm just going to copy that and paste that here, and we'll read through it really quick. But it says on here, help me create a Chrome extension that will have an input field that will accept a URL as, in Word. So that way, and that we would like to have. What we are trying to create is a way for us to create a markdown link for us to copy on our clipboard, that they are both, make sure that they are both filled out. And then I'd also like to make sure that the input fields would not be cleared out whenever we reopen the Chrome extension. And so there needs to be a clear button that will clear both text fields. All I said on here is please make this look good with CSS. And I've already started the manifest.json file, nothing else. This is for the Skool platform. And so one of the problems with, or the thing that I was trying to fix with this Chrome extension is the fact that when we go to a message and we can't automatically highlight text and paste in a link, it looks like we only have the choice of sending the entire URL. Now, a hidden feature, I guess you would say, is that when we go and message somebody, that we're able to put in markdown. Okay. And so that's why I'm wanting this to be able to utilize a markdown link and copy it to our clipboard. Okay. And so I did test this out already to make sure that the markdown works. And so that's going to kind of be the solution for this Chrome extension. All right, so let me go ahead and hit the send button on this. I will say that, I do have the paid version. You can see here how much does it cost when you have a Copilot, right? You can choose which one are you wanting to use for this. And I don't know. I think when I was testing this out, I think I did use I used Claude Sonnet because it's only it gives you 1 times the fee usage. I think you can get 300 usage a month. But we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and try this here we'll do ChatGPT 4.1 and see how it works. Okay. So fingers crossed. Let's see. So right now it's just thinking it's working, and it's going to be creating all of these files here for us. One of the nice things that I do like about at least the Copilot is it tells you what it's added new, and it will tell you what it removed. So we'll take a look here. And notice that when it comes to this Chrome, Google Chrome extension, that it's supplying us with the files that it needs. We already created the manifest, and the bare minimum 3 files that you definitely need in this is going to be your HTML page, your styling page if you want to use that, or you can use inline styling. You definitely need to have JavaScript and if for any kind of actions, and then the manifest. I mean, obviously you can probably shrink this all down into one file or 2 files is the HTML and JSON. But it's really nice to separate each one of these into their own different files. Now, I already see, I mean, we'll run into the issues here as we come through them. And I mean, I've already see one right off the bat, but I want to go through this from a user point of view because as of right now, we may not know a whole lot of stuff about HTML, CSS, or JavaScript, and we want to test some things out. So one of the things that I do first, before I even try to load the extension, is I'm going to go ahead and preview it in the browser. And so the thing that I'm going to do first is I'm going to select the HTML file. And with Google or with VS Code, you have live server. I have a class on that as well if you're unfamiliar with live server. But anyways, just by clicking this button down here, I have the ability to spin up a really quick server. And this is what it looks like, which is really cool. Just imagine this being the pop-up. And again, you can test everything out here that you want. I can do, I don't know if it's going to save it to the clipboard, but we'll see here. So we can copy that markdown and let me go back to Visual Studio Code real quick and show you I guess I can show you right here what it pasted or what it copied. And so it looks like it did get the markdown correct, which is really good because that's going to be the text that you'd want it to be. And then where's the link going to take you? And obviously I would probably put an HTTPS on here, but that was my fault for not putting it on there to begin with. Okay. So with that being said, now we should be able to go to our extensions. Now that we kind of tested this out, we should be able to go into our browser and go ahead and load this extension up. So I'm going to go back to Visual Studio Code here, and I'm also going to open up a new browser tab here for us. As far as the URL goes in Google Chrome, in order to add an extension, you're going to do, I believe it's Chrome and then :// and that's going to get you into this part right here. Now, the thing that we would want to do next and make sure is that you have this developer mode. You want to make sure that that is turned on because that's going to allow you to load your Chrome extension. So I'm going to go ahead and click this button here, load unpacked. And before I do that, I need to make sure I know where I actually stored this file here. So let me see, move you out of the way. Okay, in order to get an idea of where this is at, I'm just going to find this in Reveal in Finder, and that will give me an idea of where this is at. And then I can go ahead and go to my Chrome. I'm going to load unpacked, and this is where I tell you that it's going to fail, but we're going to have our AI agent help fix the problem. All right, so I'm going to drag this folder up. There we go. All right, so it says that it failed to load, and it says it could not load the icon 16 or icon16.png. So this is what I would do. Again, I'm just going to copy this error, and then I'm going to paste it into my agent so that way it can help me solve this problem. It did mention that it was in the manifest, but I don't think that we need to give it context. It should know. So we're going to try that out. So I'm just going to paste the error or say, I got this error. And hopefully what it does is that it will take a look at our manifest. He'll realize that we don't have those images, and it should just go ahead and remove them. Or we can add PNG files that have those exact names. I like it that it's prompted me, hey, this is what we can do. Let's go ahead and just do choice number 2, which is temporarily remove those icons. Okay, so like I said, I really love the agent mode because you can get to choose what it changed. You can see what it changed, and anything in red it removed, and anything in green it added. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this. And then we're going to go ahead and try this again. So let me go ahead and go to the Google Chrome extension browser again. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit retry. So now it says that it could not load the icon 16 PNG for the specified in the action. So let's go ahead and copy this. I don't know if that thing changed or not, but we'll see. So now I want to paste that in here as well. And so it's going to temporarily remove it as well. So now we can go ahead and keep those changes. And let's go back to this and try again. So there we go. It worked. It added it. And so now we can take a look at our extensions and see the Skool helper that we see right here. And there we go. There's our markdown that we had. And so, for example, if I were to grab this URL over here, come back over here, let's go ahead and take the Skool Link Helper and let's go ahead and paste it in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and this is going to be the link actually. So we'll do free code camp. And now I can copy that markdown and then I'll be able to go ahead and apply this to a message. All right, so I'm going to send this message to Katrina real quick, and I'm going to go ahead and paste what is on there, and then I'm going to go ahead and send it. And hopefully, with the way that this is set up, it will totally show the free Codecamp course, and then we will see a link, and it should work. It should work for us as well, not only for her. But you can see that it took that markdown link, and we're now able to go to this free Codecamp course, and it works no problems. So anyways, that is the Chrome extension that I wanted to kind of build with you all. And I did want to point out here that obviously there is a fee for this workshop. It's $25, but that fee is waived if you are a monthly subscriber on our group of the Code Zone School. And whether that be a premium or a VIP member, I believe that right now, according to at the time of this video, it is $14 a month. Or if you try to go yearly, it's $99 a year, which ends up being about $7 a month in order to get that waived. But you'll also get a lot more other interesting premiums, such as every Thursday we have a workshop of live office hours and everything else. But as far as this contest goes, let's take a look here. As far as what we are going to be giving you for going through this is a lucky person is going to win either a t-shirt from Skool or the plushies. So there's the t-shirts. So we can ship worldwide, I believe, on this. And same thing with the cat plush that they have right there. So two, you can get, you'll be able to choose one or the other. And like I said, for those that participate, we'll explain how that is going to be chosen here in a post. So make sure that you pay attention for those as well. Anyways, that is the Chrome extension workshop. I hope that you enjoyed the lesson. Hope that you saw how we were able to go from nothing to something. And it only took like one iteration or maybe 3 iterations to get the bugs out, right? But 1 iteration to get it going. And that was all included with the Microsoft Copilot from GitHub, right? So anyways, if you have any questions, make sure you let me know down below, and we'll see you in the next video.